CT's retreat. There is a heavy layering of defenders on this bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking the whole lot, and now they're pushing. Holzerk will get the first contact, and suddenly the kills are coming back and forth immediately. No one is taking control. It's complete and utter chaos.
IGL's get the opening kills, and it leaves it to a 2-on-2. Sunpius, oh, Floppy almost has the chance. But it's Sunpius lights out with a 3K in the USP.
There he is. First round, you call upon him, and he delivers up with a hat trick.
That was a mixed bag, wins and losses, but on the new iteration, again, need to see it. Sunpius again opening strong, straight out, and with 2. Dupri sets him up with the flash, but it's Sunpius that knocks them down, and that's a blistering start to this gun round.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because, as you mentioned, they played it at Dasher, but the changes to the catwalk, the hole in the wall came on the 24th of May. More sort of closed in. And what I mean by that is, look, the rotate's already come through. Mid-play has already been made.
Oh.
Madden with the spam has found Holzerk. Sure, the bomb can make its way up, but it has to be a really good afterplant. And here's Dupri on this flank. Grim on the swivel, finds the first. He knows Dupri's in the back lines, but where on earth is Magis?
Yeah, Dupri's just really run away, and that's a great angled hold with the MP9. So difficult for Grim to peek. Not quite close to the sandbags. A little bit of an off angle makes it hard to find that kill.
Yeah, it's not been too bad. I think for complexity, I'm taking a look at this CT side more than the T side. They just need to give themselves a little bit of a framework. This one's going to be B, with the flashes being lined up from Grim. They're just going to try and overwhelm these players. There's that opening kill. JT on Dupri, and Floppy follows up. The flashbangs are sublime, and although Sunpius finds one, he nearly burns alive.
Yeah, the Molotov follow-up from Grim after he throws the flashes again. Utility this time on the other side doing all the work. So 3-on-3 though, as Sunpius gets a second off the back of a HE. And Madden, he's edging forward. Sunpius ready for Grim. He is doing everything without even needing to look into the site. And they're just defusing. They're just defusing in the smoke, but Floppy denies it. And he gets the follow-up as well. So it's all in the Sunpius. This round has been entirely his. In a very unexpected position. This kill is going to be his 100%. A tap on the bomb. We saw some clutch to the tournament earlier, but this one would be the cherry on top. Sunpius, then does he have time with a kit? He does. An ace for Sunpius.
And that is unbelievable from the Spaniard. Just swoops in with that HE and then holds for that mid lurk as well. The entries for complexity were fantastic, and yet they just hang about on that site for too long because the Falcons don't give them any room to breathe. Floppy finds both, and you think, wow, potentially that round is going to go the way of the T side, and yet it doesn't because Sunpius always feels inevitable in grand finals.
Yeah, he gets on the 20 HP off the initial volley of flames from Grim.
He stood in the molly, he barbecued himself 80 HP. We've got that 1 versus 2 on Nuke against Party Astronauts. Remember, that's still the same tournament where Falcons were down and out. It took triple overtime to beat PA. It was his clutch that really spurred them on. And he's the one now at the top of the board, 11-1. Elige will find this opening kill, though, on A.
Yeah, need to capitalize on this, because last round you got the openers too, and it fell apart. But good space as well. Sunpius will drop the counter utility. He's feeling fired up, 11-1, and he wants some more. Smoke dribbled forward just to make it difficult to progress for the T side. That catwalk angle, new, going to be held by the AWP if they swing out. Missed shot, though. Maybe on the blow on the smoke, you get an opportunity. Floppy's going to slowly walk his way up, looking for this orb. But there's the port, there's the rifle.
That's awesome.
Really nice setup there to deny the lurk through. Magiska is not done yet either. Walks forward, waiting for the flash, but misses his opportunity. And meanwhile, Dupri caught through the smoke, so Sunpius, despite that incredible clutch earlier, cannot get involved.
Yeah, really nice there from Complexity, because the setup from Falcons was good, but where Floppy has taken the space down catwalk...
Ooh. I think if he found that kill, he could have gone for it.
He would have gone for it. But where Floppy has taken space down catwalk, and he's got the attention of 2 of those players, Sunpius jiggling, and then the rifle gets baited in, he sells his life, but it means that Complexity can get set up.
Kind of sell that they're not going B, but...
You have to go B now.
Yeah, they're straight in. Flames go forward, so no one at quad, but players still in default to deal with, and the rotations. 2 more drop down. Dupri gets the opening kill. Magiska's brought down low, but Elige is just desperate to find this kill, and it's not being given up. The positioning is fantastic from the CTs. Holzerk finally finds that player, but it's too late. Everyone's dead. Snappy with that MP9 close range, got the double in the final kills too.
Yeah, that's a real shame for Complexity, because as we're speaking about it, as we're saying, well, they have to go B. That's the only map control they've really got.
Tried to make it quick, doesn't work out. And to be fair, they did find success breaching that B bomb site earlier with those early flashes. And again, JT just shoots through smoke and find kills. That's his tactic into this. Madden jiggling the smoke just to dribble it forward when they do throw out theirs to make it difficult to progress. JT's looking for this player and he's found him. Great kill into Dupri just through that tiny gap. Sumpires can still be the unraveler. And Madden wants to try and support him. Moving forward, another kill through smoke. A dink just to reveal the location. Madden might be in trouble though. Looks like she's going to go for the plant. No, it's a tap. It's a fake out to bait in, but he's the one that goes down on the hook. And this push could just be the end of this defense. All onto Madden. Steps up for the first. Floppy has crossed into elevator. Madden's looking for him, but he's lost track. So Floppy's going to walk around and you can elude him completely. Floppy should know exactly where Madden is in this moment. Tap on the bomb. No, expected him to be towards elevator or peek out from gap, but no, Madden walks all the way around.
It's been so one-dimensional for Complexity on this T side. We've seen no lurks. We've seen no sort of fight for pressure evenly on the map. And now further utility from the Falcons gives a lot of audio that, hey, Complexity are here again.
There's a leash.
That's
He's
a big
here.
audio cue.
Onto Dupri. Snappy dodges the peek and steps back in to remove Grim. That's a big duel. Smoke again dropped. Spam. Oh, just missing a leash. He's lucky because he was already low. Would have been a little painful way to go. There's that lineup. And again, this crawl through catwalk works out. Now it's onto the AWP as well, and out onto the side where it rails goes JT and down into the streets below. Messy 1v1 seemed to be the name of the game, just hunting, fishing, trying to find those kills, but it's all onto Magisk. A 1v2, and they're going to swing together, and he can't adjust onto both.
Much better for Complexity, because the way that Falcons are setting up is to have this gap control, which means that they can keep spamming through this metal grate.
Hasn't been that mid-presence outside. They do have a lurk over towards A ramp. Obviously, this round is just against, well, it is a force, but a couple of pistols and MP9s around that single M4.
And this time there's no utility to stop that bomb plant.
Oh, Holzek could have stuck around and tried to get some exits. Surprised he didn't hold more actively there. Hoping maybe they'll chase him and, well, given that wish, nice little flash play. Snappy runs him down. That's actually an upgrade for him.
Not bad. I think if you're Complexity, you don't need to hunt this quite actively. I know you've got that flank up top there with Grim. So you let him take the contact. You see if you can maybe get another player, but you don't want to throw too many at this. You don't want to give Dupri, for example, a rifle.
Snappy's done for.
All right. So third round. Suddenly the money's gone. This could lead to a fourth here for Complexity. Look at that. Look at these smokes as well for Falcons. They've got 2 smokes to maybe hinder progress, but they haven't got any disruption util. They have to hold with their guns. They have to hold with Magisk and Dupri, the experienced veterans, and Dupri finds the first. Flashbang support is great from Snappy, and Complexity are locked out of B.
That's a beautiful hold, a thing of beauty, but it can still come undone. Grim in mid, Holzek on the site, AWP in his hands. And he's running around to danger, playing around this smoke, looking to see if a player peeks into him, and they come straight to him. Snappy, straight to the head. Grim gets shot down from afar. Dupri will drop him, and it will be an 8-4 half for Falcons.
The Falcons are here, and they're a little bit used to the altitude here on Vertigo, as they've had 8 rounds already on their CT side. Complexity, you feel like they've got to win their map pick, in which they've not got a blemish on their record.
Might be getting that first blemish here today, although JT again opens up affairs, the headshot onto Madden, and there's a lot of flashbangs. Everyone is covering their eyes, and nobody is seeing anything. But finally, some kills start to come through, and it's even steadying back and forth, but it comes out in the CT's favor. The smoke lands to give these 2 remaining Falcons players some reprieve.
exactly the same as round one.
A bomb plant here is massive. If they can just get the bomb down, it's a win. You're already recovering. Maybe you can do a little bit more. No, not with a lead on watch. Bomb plant at least. But the round will go the way of complexity.
Yeah, you take that 100% though if you're the Falcons, as you mentioned, because the utility from complexity was really good. The fact they've even dropped the bomb in the smoke in the first place. It's a nice little recovery from the Falcons to be able to disengage, reset, get some extra money in the bank accounts for the following, because now you're probably going to force.
Yeah, absolutely.
It also speaks to their confidence levels if they did force, and they do.
Check out the M4s.
Check out the Galil.
Dupri is just charging and he's on fire. Doesn't matter. JT through the smoke. Absolutely roast them. Every kill he finds, I swear to God, there's a smoke on the kill feed icon.
Yeah, but not for him. And there's Floppy on the really quick flank. This is really nice conditioning here from Complexity. Floppy's already said to them, hey, guess what? I'm going to continuously flank you. I'm going to be aggressive. And now he never needs to for the rest of the half if he chooses, especially when this is your forced investment. So it'll be one Galil and pistols being brought forward into this next round for the T side.
Which honestly isn't that bad a weapon half the time. To pick up an upgrade of a teammate who falls as well. Into middle, that fight comes ahead. A lead stepping up for one and a dink. Sumpires will get the AK. Complexity come out ahead.
This is nice as well from the T side, though, because immediately off that contact, they saw two players in mid. They're trying to now pressure on towards B. Floppy, the anchor, will spot them, and he just needs to survive. He just needs support from his team, but can't do it. It's Madden and Magist opening up the site.
Huge double. Oh, JT!
Another
one.
Again,
this guy is locked in. Someone check his PC. He ain't seeing no smokes today. It's got X-ray vision. I'm sure it would be quite explosive.
Yeah, probably. There is that AWP. Bullseye will have one. Some pious. Oh. I was going to comment on him, but I'm commenting on Dupri instead because through mid, he finds a leech.
Yeah, this 1v1's really interesting. Both of them posting up in mid early. It's 2 rounds where they've come to clash. I think a few earlier in the first half as well. But again, very forward positioning from Magist. Look at that flash timing. Floppy not hit by it. Ready, expecting the swing and spamming onto another player. Doesn't get the kill, and Madden able to at least get one back. But there's Floppy standing up again until he's put down by Sumpires. And that lurk from Dupri nets a second kill on the JT. No smoke shenanigans for him this time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's really good from Dupri because it feels like with that Floppy and Grim setup on B, all it would take is one flashbang from middle. JT could have thrown it. Pre-changes. Nothing has changed on mid and B. So let's just keep going there. We know how to work it.
Yeah, that's true. That's where they've found their success now. Yorp gets active in middle. Elige with the CZ. Olzak looking for Dupri. Finds him. That's sharp, and that's an AK that we picked up immediately. Falcons start to make their move over towards B. Not wanting that rotation to come, but Holzak still supports with the flash. And Floppy's P250 gets one overwhelmed. Floppy gets the double. And you said it had to be something incredible. Needed to be in the right places.
Maybe try and flank you immediately. So the only piece of control you've got at that moment where Snappy's trying to set up a very slow round, waiting for aggression, is that B play.
Yeah, I felt like it needed that extra player over towards A just to get the space as soon as as soon as Dupri dies.
I think they wanted to take B, slow down, then go A, check things out. It's a very snappy just style of call where you just slow things down, you take the sting out of the game. But where this kill comes in so quickly, I just think they feel like they need to go.
Great shots with the P250. Looking again to fight Rap to try and spam out his opponents. Things don't go quite shallow enough to affect Madden. Olzak's there having a poke around, and he will get the opening kill. Does punish Madden on that left side. Falcons again, response is the push towards his B bomb side, but both players fall. Floppy and Elige stepping up. Dupri's mid-lurk. Again, finding success and even more. He knows Elige should be here. Dupri, that is disgusting. Single single-handedly finds their way back into this round. He has the full bomb site.
And it's always been Dupri, hasn't it? Single-handedly dragging Falcons through a number of these rounds, a number of these maps. Bombnut gets stuck in. Holzerk's on a late lurk with the AWP. He's the one with the flashbang here.
And the kit. So if Holzerk falls, it's all over, but they're going to be doubling up close to generators, one at default. Dupri's fight on the JT going to be incredibly important. Sampai's with low HP, not going to matter so much against Holzerk. Although he is running that USP, so maybe it will. Yeah, body shots get it done, and it's on to Dupri. Has to be the full house, and he can't quite get the final kill. Holzerk will deny.
And it's these moments now that Complexity are taking away from the Falcons. We've already spoken about clutches in that first half that the Falcons were pulling out, and suddenly it's Complexity on the other end of things. I really like the decision there as well from Holzerk not to pull out his utility, not to telegraph that he was there and setting up a play for JT. He just goes pistol out, he takes that contact, and then he's the one in that crunch moment to kill Dupri. He does the one thing that his teammates can't achieve in that round, take him out.
It's crazy it's the USP that gets it done as well. He's lucky that Sampai's was so low.
But it's good comms from Complexity.
True. JT opener again, and again on the feed. I need that statistic. Floppy gets deep control on B as well. So again, the change up, that sign of aggression. You've been getting this space freely so consistently. Are you going to be ready for this position? Not at all. Floppy, for one, Dupri very quick on the headshot. So it's got to be Elige who steps up, flashbang over to slow them down. And Elige with one, but again, it's Dupri. It's always Dupri.
He's the danger man. He is the danger man, and he cannot be stopped. And suddenly, it's another 2-on-2. It's the same situation, except it's not Holzerk flanking this time. It's JT. And they're already holding for it.
Yeah, Snappy's got a good position. Dupri as well at quad. There's not really a way to flush him out. He can swing off the contact if required. This is a fairly common position. JT taking his time on the clear, should swing, and that's a great shot from JT. And again, Dupri called upon for an ace clutch, and again, he's put down before he can get it going. Opening them up when it comes to the close, it's all Complexity.
But where is Sampai's in this half as well, Lucy? We've got to talk about that because it's individuals stepping up for the Falcons. It's Dupri in this second half. It was Sampai's in the first. The rest of the team absent. The rest of the team not helping out. In all of this second half, Complexity have been in complete control. And it has been the Dupri disruption. Here on ramp, here's the opening kill. Madden falls. And again, trades. Grim finds an important double, but it's Dupri again to remove him.
Snappy brought down low from that spam again. He dropped a forward smoke just to deny entrance, but this mid flank is going to arrive at any moment. Now, he should be aware of this possibility and might try and reposition closer to wide. He's spotted on the fall down, able to get the first kill. Spots them on the cross again, a 2v2. It's Groundhog Day, and it's always Dupri who's there to try and get it done. Good Molotov will force Elige off the top. Good utility available for Complexity. Nice re-smoke, though. And both players are very close to each other. That's been a difference in some of these setups. The trade spacing is there, and that is a way to clear from Elige. Gets both of them, and that'll be Complexity breaking through to 11.
How do they keep doing it? How do they keep winning these rounds? These retakes have been exceptional, and this time, again, it's another player. It's excellence from Elige and Magist and Dupri. Dupri's played there 2 out of the 3 clutches. Magist goes close at the generator to try and trade, but it's those pre-fires. It's that refrag subscription from Elige consistently, time and time again. And this has got to be so tilting if you're the Falcons because you had this game. This was an 8-4 half.
It was a 7-1 lead at one stage.
Exactly.
It slowly slipped from their talons. Yeah, that's quite the pre-fire from Elige. The second.
That's a really well-timed smoke. The Waterfall one thrown by JT. Shown off by Carrigan at Sydney, where Complexity placed second. And it's JT that gets the first kill just around the smoke this time. And yet again, Dupri will trade, and the scaling from the Falcons will come in at A.
It's immediate. Elige gets into catwalk and a forward position so he can swing on the contact. Another well-timed smoke, but Dupri's ahead of it, so Holzerk needs to be ready to swing through. Can't quite get the kill, but Grim has found his. And now Elige flushed forward. He looks for the fight. and he wants that fight. First is his, looking for more. There's a second before he's dealt with, and it's all onto Magisk. 20 seconds left. Bomb needs to be recovered, and a second player in Cat not detected. Map point for Complexity.
They played that so well. Elige did too. And Holzak, even though he misses his shot, even though he's caught unawares by Dupri up gap, he sets his team up for success. The incendiary means that Dupri is isolated, and then the flashbang forward puts Elige on the angle at Catwalk, and Grim has got the good trade space in.
Fighting fast this time. Snappy charging with the Mac 10, wants to scale in towards Gap, but actually doesn't go much past the flames, has to be slowed down. He just charges forward. JT gets the double. Snappy responds with one of his own. And that is going to be the space, but there's still a player in Grim in sandbags. And with Snappy this deep, are you going to be expecting him to be in this position? Grim could just end it all. No, they're not considering it at all. The swing off the flash. Grim lines them up. And Snappy, it's got to be all Snappy. First three are his, two more required, and a reposition back into the sandbags. Another incendiary, gonna force him out, but it's Floppy that comes through from behind to end it. Complexity remain flawless on Vertigo.
That CT side was exceptional from Complexity, and as you said, Lucy, a 7-1 lead for the Falcons, and they let it slip. You could see the frustration. They still got Nuke waiting in the wings, but for now, it's Complexity that draw first blood, and they have one hand now on the trophy.
Complexity start on the CT side. Double dualies, JT with the flash. Instead of util for Falcons.
Snappy Classic, Rush 8. Trying to just get this one underway, but Grim has found the first. The bomb drops down the vent, and for Grim, he steps in but can't do anything about this. Bomb will be planted, but Floppy's found another kill.
It will not be planted because Elige is downstairs in the vent, and he's just cut them off completely. So instead, they decide to focus on these players up the top. And JK's just going to run and join up with Elige.
Smart. Why would you make this sort of 1v1s?
Oh, what? Play it back.
They just drop on him.
He doesn't believe it either.
UMP out for Grim. And remember, this is Elige in finals form. We saw what he did on that final map against Aurora to get Complexity to the grand final in the first place. If he trips up with another performance like that, Complexity will certainly be lifting here.
It wasn't like a 2.63.
Oh, it was just ridiculous.
It was some silly number. Floppy at Rat, flashed off the angle, has to drop. And he's being chased. The hot pursuit comes. Sunpires with the Tech 9 around the corner. Floppy only good for the one. Dupri will run him down, and he won't stop going. Scaling fast, and he'll take this ground with a lesser weaponry so he can get the bomb down. Just will get caught by Holzak, but bomb is planted. That Molotov, oh, is it going to spread onto Dupri? No, he's found a little sanctuary. A 2-on-3 becomes a 1-on-3. Of course, it's Dupri that's in this position. Should be obvious where he is based on that smoke, based on CT is clearing literally everything else on the fade. The door is closed, and Dupri needs to open it, needs to find these kills. Dupri! Oh, can't quite get the final, but he's got him off the bomb. Wasting the time, falls back. A masterful clutch played by Dupri, running away. Holzak just can't find him, and there's Dupri. Hide and seek, and he's the winner.
That's a ridiculous clutch from Dupri, and it is him again. He is a god. Sevenlicious. It is a joke at how many times he can replicate this. A Complexity, they had all the answers. They had all the tools. They had the quick rotates down ramp, but that molly not sprint him at double doors. He takes full advantage.
An insane round from Dupri, a 4K in it, gets the opener onto Floppy and just plays it to perfection. What a tap at the end.
And now it's a force buy back. You got Deagles, you got 5-7s, the scout on Holzak, but it's Elige in that power position with the hand cannon. Madam White walks straight into him, and there's the first. The guillotine snaps shut. For some pious, he's trying to make sure that it's out of service. Elige waiting on the angle and will fall back. Where's the support? He needs help.
He's playing it like a bloody AWP. Same sort of angles, same fallbacks. Will eventually get run down by some pious. With Grim falling on that lobby push. What comes down to what Floppy can do. Dupri just wide swings him. So Falcons will wrest back control.
It will be that explosion on the B-bomb site. It will be them getting back-to-back rounds. It's so important that the Falcons do not let things slip.
You can see Elige and just how that was going to come together. Olzak getting quite a few tags in. And it's enough for kills. So a bit of exit damage. Sadly for him, he won't get the assist. Guns come out. Comes at a lack of utility, but they do have the weaponry advantage against these two SMGs. Olzak will spam down Madden, attempting the cross. And JT again, a smoke spam, finds success.
He's the real smoke criminal.
He's more like a lawkeeper. He's denying criminality. They're trying to make plays through smokes, trying to cross, trying to get that bomb down, be sneaky beaky like. Not on his watch. Sheriff JT keeping a close eye on those smokes. Bomb has gotten here though.
Floppy's in such a good spot though, that's the thing. Where he can just spam. He sees the shadow of some Pius. That's the bomb dropped immediately. And suddenly for Dupri and Snappy, you're in a 5-on-2. You can't walk out to that site because you get met with Floppy.
And Snappy's even holding if they try and exit this position. So Elish is being very loud. Snappy's just going to play around the box. He will maybe catch this one kill. Can't actually quite convert it. And the support comes. Would have loved an AK in that position. That could have been a way back into the round. Instead, it's Dupri left in control. Damage, control, what he's up to. I started to believe when he spun looking for Olzak, finds that kill. Maybe that's something to be said, but nothing but an exit frag.
Whenever I see Dupri in a clutch, I believe he's going to find at least 3 of them.
Yeah, 1v whatever, he'll do it.
He's fine. Got that 6th sense.
Oh, that's how okay, that wasn't through the smoke.
Yeah,
that
but it's still like he's on the ladder, like, come on.
I guess he wasn't, like, he probably didn't see anything.
There's that one back, and what's interesting enough here for Complexity is they are keeping Falcons at bay, at least for now. Quick play over the top. It's not Dupri that gets the kill, but he has got all the space outside.
He's scaling very quickly towards Hell, so he can just tuck in, and you've got such powerful positions. Grim already feeling uncomfortable about a main wrap. That's being anticipated. The lobby crunch, an expected outcome when you have this disadvantage, when you've lost the outside control. So Floppy will slowly push forward. Also it looks towards Heaven, but comes back to clear out lobby. Nice swing from Grim. So do get the control and a kill back, but Dupri, now in Heaven, should allow them to walk through main.
He gives Falcons a 4th, but it's T-side that's never been the problem here for me. It's always been that defense. So I think for Falcons, they need as many rounds. I'd really like to see where he's been taking all the contact over outside. I'd like to see Floppy get a little bit more active on ramp with him if Elish falls all the way back. I'd like to see them take this space on the other end, tit for tat, when it comes to the map control. But with the mollies and with the smokes, that's going to keep Complexity interested. Some Pius finds his opener and Magist follows up on Grim.
They also will spam one back, but it's temporary. There's that exact call that you asked for.
Yeah,
but
it's just delayed.
It comes a little too late. The rest of the team is dropped. Distracted. Deconstructed.
Dead.
Deaderino.
Haven't seen a classic A play yet out of Team Falcons. We're not getting it here either. It's the outside cross once more because Complexity have really struggled to deal with it. Some Pius bounce Hoizok, but there's the trades. And Floppy gets another onto Magisk, and that was the lobby player.
Yeah, JT, they're a little quicker than some Pius maybe expected. Not quite able to pull out the shot.
Look at Leech here. He's by red box. He's dropped the bomb as well.
Undetected by some Pius. You saw one player close red and then a second player deep garage. You're not expecting a third player to be out red. So Liege capitalizes on that. Puts into a 2-on-4 with the bomb out of their hand.
The thing is, with this situation now, if you're Complexity, you need to make sure this becomes a 4-on-0. Because of how back and forth this first half has been so far, with how expensive the rounds you've won have been, this needs to be a cleaner conversion, because if Dupri, sure, he's alive, if he's able to find a couple more kills here, if Floppy doesn't wing out this fight on Snappy, he should do. This is better. They can't afford to get Dupri warmed up again. They can't afford. Still no AWP for either team. Here we go. Here's the fast play.
Very fast and just on fire. The smoke doesn't extinguish. JT on the other side looking for the spam, and he will find it. As that HE blows it open, but it was just the one player sent through. Wasn't the full commit. Instead, over towards Ram, but again, it's Floppy that must hold on. And again, you cannot stop him. Halzak steps in to help out. And eventually, Floppy knocks them all down.
Yeah, nice try from Falcons, right? Because it's the trademark. It's what you expect out of a snappy team. He's just said famously in interviews, if the rushing doesn't work, we'll just rush harder. We'll just rush faster. And that's all set up. Bit of a scary time to bring out the AWP if you're Halzak, because this is just pistols, and this is the A play.
It's a force buy, though, and they've forced their way in straight into the side. JT, though, sprays down to eventually undone by some Pius, but Grim still present. And some Pius delayed by the flames, brought down low, gets his double, and kept at bay. So again, they try and go fast, try and go hard. Don't get the headway.
I don't think Complexity are aware that that bomb has been dropped. But this still makes it really difficult for Falcons. And you know that Complexity aren't going to force these issues. They're just going to set up in towards crossfires. They're going to wait for Falcons to make the mistake as a double up in towards Squeaky Door. Grim might get caught. That's the only danger here for Cole.
Yeah, Floppy can swing immediately. Oh, in fact, Floppy will just swing. So no danger at all. Good hold on A.
That's a really nice way to play it as well, with Grim actually tucked in close on the right-hand side. You get Floppy swinging at a distance. Oh, that molly's good. And Grim's got to be careful. That forces them into the fight. And JT wants to take it to Dupri. And that's a costly mistake.
Dink, though, does slow him down. And yeah, ramp aggression. Floppy is pushed all the way through. Does finish that job that JT started. And Elite has found Madden. That's outside, trying to push through the smokes. Snappy looks to step in, and Elise tapped out by some Pius. So Floppy again required to step up. And he's been that man who has stood tall. A hard one to get past.
So sick, because Floppy is the guy that pushed ramp and he didn't know about Halzak, but now he's missed the shot, and now you set Magisk on the line here to deal with Floppy, but he can't get by him.
You cannot stop the flop. Pius has the bomb. Look who it is in heaven. None other than Floppy himself. Pius looking to see if that head will present itself. The Complexity know this part of the map is completely conceded. They allow the bomb to go down, so some Pius sets himself up for the 1 versus 3. Now, all the CTs are incredibly separated. Some Pius has information on where the AWPer was, on where Floppy was. Where's Grim? Where's Halzak? He's on the bomb. So Pius denies the defuse, and it comes down to that 1 versus 1. And Grim pushes through the hut, and he clutches it out, denies some Pius, who looked like he had that one in the bag. But instead, it's Complexity that bags 7.
It's the same old story, isn't it? It's Dupri delivering, but it's a hard drive with Complexity and Floppy at the very end to push them forward to 7 rounds, and now they're going fast.
Very fast, straight into the A-bomb site. Madden fully blinded, and they are blindsided. Floppy, Halzak, Elise devastate them. Snappy and some Pius can only watch on. Floppy go kill, Floppy go flash. Everyone go die.
I'll tell you what, though, as well, you've got to give a lot of credit there to Complexity, because the way that that top hut player was situated, he could have done so much damage, but they cleared it thoroughly.
Yeah, flashbangs completely slow down Madden's ability to get involved early with the dualies. Normally when you have that top hut player, they're above the door and they're firing it off. Bum, 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 bum. Dupri this time avoiding that Molotov, and they're just going to walk out. Slowly skirting forward, looking for the head. Dupri can't find it. Floppy opens up the account. Outside, some Pius gets nothing done. Madden might be able to get his third onto JT. Oh, no, he can't. JT, the decapitator. That's my goat, Floppy. It's grand final player. You know, that's why his force been a little low. They've not got to the grand finals. But when it gets here,
let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It is that gun round now for the Falcons.
There's that all. So Pius elected not to buy armor. He could have. He has $700. But Snappy gets the first kill onto Floppy.
And it's Halzak that's going to elevate himself as well. It's the same play for Complexity. Another walk through Squeaky with this util.
Good luck, Magisk. He's solo on the defense here on A. We've seen him hold up pretty strongly in the past, and he's only good for the one. And Elise, quick onto Pius, who gets to fire off one shot into nothingness. But Madden does alleviate the pressure somewhat from heaven, slips in the position of his author. Grim to plant. Elise providing the cover, a 2-on-3. Falcons need to make this one work. But it's two of the most mechanical best of NA on the other side, and it's Elise again. Hitting headshots everywhere he looks, and it's one more for Elise. Just needs the full house. It's John the King in Jönköping.
Well done. Huge from Elise. And again, it's that triple. It's the mechanical adjustment. It's main, it's heaven, it's vent. It's Snappy trying to come up and be that difference maker, and he gets nothing. Complexity get everything, as they always do in these after plant / retakes.
Put the focus. Molly onto Madden. Won't damage him, so he'll stay unknown. Dupri has a really nice line. Good kill. Not tradable.
Secret, watch out for Secret. Is being held for, but Halzak will hit the deck before that. Grim will hit the trade. And they keep going back and forth. Elise once again trying to catch out these players, and he just drops down onto Magisk. Dupri is still low. But the remaining Complexity players are also walking wounded. 35 seconds left. Elise just looking for anything and everything, and he comes up with nothing.
Good reposition from Pius to bail out Dupri, who was so low. As you mentioned, Floppy, unlikely. Dupri will lock it in with a 3K of his own. So Falcons finally, after, what, 8 rounds in a row, 9 rounds in a row, they get one back on the board.
Yeah, 9. Something that we've never really associated this team with.
Yeah, they've not fully invested into this. They've got this kind of funky VPS vibe, but maybe it'll work. They burst into the bomb side, and the Liege opens it up. Magisk needs to get the multi, but maybe it's Pius that'll step in. Gets a 3K of his own, and that will silence them as they try and enter into the bomb site. JT looking to get something back. Some damage would be good. Falcons have a very long journey ahead of them. A second rifle. And maybe there's like a Galil and an AK that comes out of that. Fluent have 2 bites at the cherry. Pius, though, takes a big chomp out from the top. Maybe he's the one that'll burn a little bit brighter.
It's the same round again. They put pressure on ramp. They're going to reset. They're going to go for this A hit. And JT's going to be that late main lurk.
They have kept a player at ramp this time, though. He's playing around the boxes. Yeah, Floppy. Oh, Floppy catches the 2 players that come over to support. Might even get the full 3. Snappy doesn't want anything to do with it. And JT tries to get that lurk. But now you know the locations, and he walks straight into Dupri and Magisk. And between the 2 of them, they've held on to this site. So Floppy needs to continue, needs to do it all for his team. Snappy is still present, still going to be flanking, still pushing up from behind. Floppy, oh, it's messy. He stays alive. Snappy gets away, and time is just not there for Floppy.
They're stuck in their ways there, Complexity. I know that there's that 3rd guy over at ramp, but you could just reset. Everyone could be brought over here.
Oh, that's after
Floppy
time.
died after time, so now he's got no money. But the Falcons are only a couple of rounds away from tying things up.
A big momentum game, isn't it? Pius getting so aggressive, and he's able to get that kill. Elise goes for the trade. It doesn't even go onto him, it goes onto Madden.
The Liege, around the corner, needs to clear close. So does Halzak, as Snappy swings. And Halzak's actually playing Get Down Mr. President. It will be a lead to the trades. And in the 2-on-3, they have made it down, but rotations are already on the way.
It's going to have to be another masterclass from Elise. JT on bomb plant duty. Dupri pushing into control. He denies. Trade is immediate from Elise, but he's required to get all 5 in this round. Now he has the time to work with, but a lack of information. A tap on the bomb, looking for that response, looking for a door to swing, but patience from the Falcons. And again, a tap. Again, looking for anything. Falcons don't flinch. So finally, the commitment. Bomb planted, and Liege with no information until the door swings, and he hits the shot, and it's Pius, the shadow spotted. Liege does it again!
Take a bow, Elige. An ace again. How many aces have we had this weekend? And yet it's that full house that could add another decoration to the mantelpiece. 23 and 10. And for complexity, they go back to basics. They've actually done something they've not done all half. They just put the outside smokes down, and they've got Elige will get dealt with.
All right, you remove Elige. That's the hard part. But Floppy's still here. Descends quickly, and Madden there to receive.
That's info, though. You know one's heaven. You know Madden's over by the single door, and he can't get more than one. Snappy's already down here, but it's the control room windows that are still trying to put complexity back in control.
Struggle straight from Snappy. Forced back, can't get involved with the action. Some Pius, though, is here. Flash is good, it's perfect. JT delivers the double, and Dupri, who has been that hero for Falcons throughout this entire event, has to do it all once again. A 1 versus 3, or this is all complexities, and he can't get past JT. Complexity do it. They are your champion.
And they take it in 2. They go to Nuke, where they've been struggling. But Falcons, they try and make it their home, but they are still up in tatters. They are still ruffling their feathers each and every time.